In the last video, we saw a typical pipeline for NLP while working with text data. So this was the pipeline that I explained in the last video. So you see that I had divided tokenization and text cleaning into two steps before it can be vectorized. And in vectorization, we convert the data into some numeric form. Because the computer doesn't understand characters or words, it will understand numbers. So it's important to convert it to numbers before feeding it to ML algorithm. So let's combine these two into one step, and this we will call pre-processing, because we are taking the raw text data and tokenizing it and cleaning it by removing stop words, punctuation, and other things, stemming, and then we are feeding to for vectorization. So this we will call pre-processing. So this pre-processing pipeline now will consist of various things like removing punctuations. So punctuation can be special symbols like this full stop, single quotes, double quotes, dollar sign, percentage, and so on. So we need to get rid of those. And then we can do tokenization. That is, we will convert the raw text into words. And then remove the stop words like am, is, the, and these words, which does not add any significant meaning to the context of those texts. So we get rid of them so that our ML algorithm has less words to work on. So these stop words add on to the existing text. And so if we have a text of length, let's say 10,000, then after removing these stop words, it may get below 5,000. So the algorithm will have less words to work with, which are important. And then we do stemming, like converting words with different suffixes like code, coding, coders, and etc. So this I have already explained. So these all map to a single root word, which is code. So we do that in order to further reduce the number of words that the algorithm needs to work with. So these are the main steps in text pre-processing pipeline. So in this video, we will be concerned with removing punctuation. And in the further videos, we will see other steps also. So let's begin by writing the code in our notebook. So first, we will import the pandas and we will read the data. So we are still working with this SMS spam collection database. And then we will do data. We will use the read CSV function. Separator is tab. And there are no headings. Then we specify the column names. Label and message. Now let's print it. So it prints the first 5 rows of that. And now it's very small message. We cannot see what's going on. So if we remove the stop words or remove the punctuation, it may not be visible. So let's increase this length of the message that is displayed in this data frame. So by default, when we print the data frame, pandas data frame, it will display a maximum of 50 characters. So we can change that option using pd.set option. And then the option name is max. call width, and we set it to 100. So by default it will be 50. So let's run it again, and now we can see that we get to see a longer message. So we can see the difference when we work further. Now let's begin by removing the punctuation. So we will need to tell the Python what is punctuation, what punctuation looks like, because we are getting rid of punctuation here because punctuations don't add much meaning to the sentence. So for us, punctuation does not add much meaning. But if we don't tell Python explicitly that these are punctuations and these are insignificant, so better get rid of them. So until we tell that to Python, Python will not know. For example, I am teaching NLP and I am teaching NLP dot. So if we ask Python, is it same? Then it will say no. But we know that these are same or maybe almost same. This is just slightly different. So this punctuation may be very important. Python may think it as important as this not word. Like this will completely reverse the meaning. So we know that this. So Python may even think that this dot may reverse the meaning, but we know that that is not the case. So we need to tell Python to filter out punctuations. So this string library has a list of punctuations. So if we import the string library, so we imported a string and then string dot punctuation. So it will print the list of punctuations. So these are the punctuations. And now we can use this to filter out our existing text. So we will build our own function to remove the punctuation. So what this function will do is that iterate over each character of the text, and if it's a punctuation, then discard it. If it's not a punctuation, then keep it in the text. So let's define a function, remove punctuation, and we will pass our text to it. And what this function will do, txt no punct, and then we can use the list comprehension feature of Python to iterate through all these text characters and insert it in this new list. So we can do it in one line using list comprehension. So C for C in txt, if C not in string dot punctuation. So for C in txt, this will iterate through all the characters in this text, and then we specify condition. If C is not in this punctuation, then return this first one. So it will return C. It will not change anything. It will just check if it does not belong to a punctuation, then return. If it belongs to punctuation, it will not return. So this no punct will be a list of characters. So we can return now txt no punct. We will use this remove punctuation function and apply it on this second column of our data frame, MSG column, and store it in a new column. So let's name it MSG clean. Data MSG clean. So now let's print the first 5 rows of this. So we see that it has removed the punctuations, like here it was dot dot, which has been removed. And then here don, D-O-N, and then this punctuation is removed here. But it's a list of characters and it does not make too much of sense. So we will join these characters. So here we see that if we just go ahead and join all the characters, here there is a space. So there is a 2 commas. So when there was a space, it preserved that. So we can just go ahead and join, and this will be go space until space and so on. So let's do it. Let's update this function. So here we can use join on it. And here this means that between characters don't put anything. So if I do a space, it will join, but between each character it will put a space. So let's run it and then run it here. So you see that it has joined, but it has put a space there. So let's not put anything there. Now it looks nice. So it had got rid of all the punctuations and it's again returning the complete sentence with individual words. So that was all for removing punctuation. In the next video, we will start from here and work on tokenization. So see you in the next video. Thank you.